Hello there. I hope you've had a Merry Christmas yesterday. I am absolutely full of cold. I feel really ill. But hey ho. It's at this point that I'm really starting to wish I'd called this thing 25 Days of Christmas, which would have made more sense, quite frankly, because, yeah, Christmas is technically over now. The whole reason for me doing this as 31 Days of Christmas was because I wanted to do a different spin on the 31 Days of Halloween, because I'm more of a Christmas guy. But there you go. Regret. Such a wonderful thing. Today I am reviewing a film called Almost Christmas, or at least that's what it's called over here. I think it's called All Is Bright over in the US. But yeah, Almost Christmas, All Is Bright, whatever you want to call it. It stars Paul Giamatti and Paul Rudd, as well as Sally Hawkins, who I really like as an actor. I think she's really great. If anybody's seen Happy Go Lucky, the Michael Lee film, or Mike Lee film, I should say, great actress. This is directed by a guy called Phil Morrison. Now, he previously did Junebug, which was a very kind of downbeat film. It had this air of, just depression, I guess, throughout it. So if you've seen that, you kind of know what to expect here. If you're coming to this hoping for a happy, jolly Christmas film, then you've probably come to the wrong place. It's like I say, it stars Paul Giamatti as this guy who's been released from prison. He wants to get back with his wife and see his child, but she's told their child that he's dead and doesn't want anything to do with him. So he finds out that his child wants to learn to play the piano but doesn't have a piano. So he'll do anything really to get a piano. But he finds it very hard not to get into his old ways of stealing. Unfortunately for him, his best friend before he went in prison, played by Paul Rudd, is now planning on marrying his wife. So but the two of them get together to sell Christmas trees, work together, make some money, but obviously they've got this conflict of the wife kind of between them. That's basically your story. I liked it, actually. I think I've read a lot of reviews before this. I knew about this film before seeing it, mainly from reviews, and most of the reviews I read were pretty poor. But I think the reviews are, on the whole, unfair for this film. Like I say, it's an acquired taste. I think it's very downbeat. We have characters that, by the end of the film, don't really change all that much. They're still kind of the same people they were at the end of the film to what they were at the beginning of the film. The only difference is, I guess, they've reconciled certain things. So they've learnt to accept their situations, I guess. Particularly the character of played by Paul Giamatti. He doesn't necessarily change as a person. He sees the situation that it for what it is and kind of accepts it, and that's in large part, I think, to the help of the character played by Sally Hawkins. She plays this cleaner lady. She kind of cleans this apartment for this rich dentist, and she's this Russian, and she does what I think personally is a pretty flawless Russian accent. Now, she's British through and through. If you've ever seen her in other stuff like Made in Dagenham, again another film she was really great in. I'm not Russian, so I don't speak Russian. I don't know what the language is like. I'm sure some genuine Russians would tell you that her accent, whether it's terrible or not, but being a Westerner, I can't tell. Her accent sounds pretty spot on to me, and the performance, once again, is really good as well. I guess this film, you'll either love it or hate it based on whether or not you like downbeat kind of movies. It's a bit grungy, a bit filthy, not in the sex or profanity sense of the word, but just like to look at. It feels grainy. It feels like I say, not bright, not white Christmas kind of movie. But I like the characters. You've got Paul Rudd playing this guy who's just eternally optimistic to the point of annoyance at times, particularly of Paul Giamatti's character. And then you've got Paul Giamatti's character who is just quite a furious man. You feel he's dealing with some latent anger issues underneath that have kind of caused him to step into a life of crime, and he just can't. He can't get to the bottom of them. You feel like if he just went to anger management, he might be able to change his life, turn his life around. But yeah, I think there's humour to be had from this. It's not out and out comedy. I think this probably is marketed in many ways as a comedy. It's not broad comedy. It's not like, for the 40-year-old virgin crowd. It's more subtle stuff, more character moments. The comedy comes out of the characters and who they are as people. But I liked it. I'd give it a 3 out of 5. Like I say, it's not fantastic. It's not a classic by any means. But I think if you liked Junebug, then you'd find some interest in this, as it's, as I say, from the same director. 3 out of 5. There you go. If you have seen this film, then I would like to know what you think, because like I say, so far most of the stuff I've heard about has been pretty negative. But comment below, let me know what you thought, and until tomorrow, thanks for watching.